So, Ms. Griffiths, talk a little bit about the gap between what you learn in Teachers College and what you actually learn on the job.
Well, Teachers College, I found, was more background information that was necessary for the most part, but on the job was real life. This is where it's really at. Teachers College, no institution can prepare you for what you experience in teaching day to day. It's unpredictable. There's no way to come up with a solution for all the possible encounters that you will have as a teacher. How, one day this child seems to be doing so well and the next day they just seem to be so lost. Or for that child who's going to come in and they're carrying such heavy needs, the different issues they face. Sometimes we forget that many children in today's day and age are facing a lot of adult problems, but they don't know what to do with, and that comes into the classroom. And the importance of getting through that before we can even expect this child to learn, because they're processing, they're hurting, and they need our assistance in that way. So sometimes it doesn't really give us the knowledge that you need sometimes to say, curriculum, I need to put you on the side for a moment because I need to reach this child in their here and now before I can expect him or her to respond to the curriculum.
What are some of the here and now kind of problems or issues that students bring to the classroom?
Well, some come in hungry, some come in they didn't get enough sleep, some come in really sad and not quite sure what to say, how to communicate their feeling, exactly what it is. They can't put their finger, so many times it's asking questions to get to the root of what is causing the problem, or even just to identify what it is right now. It might not even get to the root, but just to identify what it is that has triggered this emotion, what it is that causes student to come in feeling this way.
What about behavioral issues of students in the classroom? How do you deal with that?
Well, for me, behavioral issue begins with, and addressing behavioral issues begins with knowing your students. I spend that time in September getting to know my students, and also allowing them to get to know me, where we can get to a place where they can feel that they can trust me. They know that I have their best interests at heart. They know that in the end, I'm on their side. I'm not against them, but I'm on their side. And one of the things that I do try to do, once we have a community that's safe and secure, where everyone's voice gets heard, then I tend to involve the students on a whole. Sometimes we'll have class meetings and we'll discuss very honestly the behaviors of all of us. How did we do this week? How did you do this week? Any suggestions, any discrepancies? And it's a very open conversation, and you'll be very surprised how resilient the students are in receiving the constructive criticism given by their peers. This particular year we'll do voting and so forth, whether we agree or disagree, and the students get to choose. Well, do you agree with what they have said? No, let's take it to a class vote, and the class will vote. And I'm okay with that, because I think that the students know well enough. They have a really good understanding of what they should be doing versus what they should not be doing, and so forth. So when there's more onus given to the students to help with the behavior management of each other, that I find that to be very effective.